Hello and welcome to SEOleverage.com. My name is Gert Mellak. I'm the founder of SEO Leverage, an agency with a little bit of a different approach to SEO, as we are very leads driven, very conversion driven, and we have a slow and steady, consistently compounding results approach you might want to check out. Today I want to talk a little bit about lead generation, because this is really one of the most important topics for most of our clients that are getting anywhere between 50 and 5,000 opt-ins or leads every month. So you really see we have a little bit of experience and we have really brought them there. So I'm happy to discuss a few findings of those projects in this video. First of all, SEO is really an amazing lead generation tool, and the reason is because people who do their own research on Google and find something that's absolutely suiting their needs, they have the feeling that they really put in the work. They don't feel pushed like with advertising into a certain direction. They feel that when the moment was right, they did their search, they came up with a solution, they found a solution for their problem. So taking the next step, opting in for something, downloading an ebook, etc., is just really the logical next step on the ladder in order to get towards a solution for their problem. SEO, as a result, is an amazing tool in order to drive more people to your brand, expose them to your brand when they are ready to take action and when they are ready to set some time aside to do their research. If you think about it, Google really owns that moment when people are ready to take action, because you don't go to Google when you have 2 seconds of time. You go to Google when you know I have a few minutes to check something out, and you then perform your search, find something, and then really dive in and get this going. One thing to understand with SEO based lead generation is that you probably want to start at least targeting queries that are a little bit higher in the sales funnel, where it's really about awareness, where people might be initially searching for, I don't know, if they want to buy a car, they might not know what's the difference between an SUV and a different type of car, for example, or they might not know whether they should go for an electric car already, or maybe it's still early if they don't know what the autonomy of an electric car is, etc. Those could be very good content pieces answering those search queries, and people would probably be early in this process. It might take another 6 months, another 12 months in order to make the decision, but ultimately you expose those people in the right moment to your brand early enough. You might be getting an opt-in for a buyer's guide, for a checklist or something like this, and ultimately those leads are free. You obviously need to put in the work, so free is always a little bit relative. You would need to put in the work, you need to do some strategic SEO, but you can get those people then really at scale for free. Another important aspect when it comes to lead generation is that you really need to make sure your content is targeted and really identifying your target persona. I really think it's worth spending an hour or two on defining what this persona is like. How old are they? Is this a man? Is this a woman? What's the situation? What's their financial situation? Are they working at the same company? Have they been working at the same company for a longer time? Are they switching all the time? Do they have kids? The more and better you know your target audience and what their wants are, what their needs are, the better you're going to be able to target the content itself and the lead magnet to their particular situation. I remember a project where we just generated 50 more leads every single month just by suggesting a different lead magnet. And I was able to do this because I happened to be the target audience and the ideal client of my client. So it was very easy for me to identify what the logical next step would be. Maybe have a chat with someone in your trusted environment who might be identifying as your ideal client. They might be able to tell you, some existing clients might be able to tell you that if they find a content about X, the lead magnet Y would be the logical next step for them to take. Very often people do not think about SEO when it comes to lead generation. Paid ads, however, should not be the only pillar below your traffic and lead generation strategy. I believe there is a place for every channel. We ourselves use paid channels as well, because we believe paid channels give us a lot of segmentation, a lot of targeting we're not able to do with SEO. However, the leads coming through SEO are usually the ones that end up staying, engaging, and buying. So definitely check out what kind of leads are you getting already, or if you don't get leads, stay tuned to this channel because we are going to give quite a few tips in the next weeks on how to squeeze more leads out of your SEO traffic. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe to our channel here, and comment whatever thought comes to your mind when you watch this video. We are going to push videos out like this every single week, so stay tuned for more content to grow your online business. My name is Gert Mellak. Head over to SEOleverage.com to check out what we're doing.